All right, and welcome everybody. Hey, this is Comedian Core, your host for this evening. It's a pleasure. This is Comic Genius. What is Comic Genius all about? I'm gonna tell you what it's all about. It's basically we're going to test stand-up comedian skills in stand-up, improv, and also we're gonna test their knowledge to see exactly who they can, who has influenced them in the past, and also who's influenced them in the present. So without further ado, you know, I can't do this on my own. So I have to have somebody to help me be the judge. So let me first start by introducing Algiers Diamond. So basically, Algiers Diamond, it's a pleasure to see you here. Algiers, you won several awards for your comedic acting. You've been in the American Black Film Festival as well as Cannes Film Festival. You've headlined across the country for comedy, and currently you're filming your directorial debut in a romantic comedy featured film due to be released in the near future. Algiers Diamond, welcome. And then of course this brother here, let me tell you something a little bit about him here. Mike is an amazing entertainer. Mike is currently on tour with the incomparable Cheryl Underwood from the CBS Daytime Emmy Award-winning talk show The Talk. And he's also been on Showtime at the Apollo and BET Comic View. Let's hear it, folks, for Mike Washington. How you doing there, Mike? Huh?
What's up, Corey? What's up, Algiers? Hey, we're having a good time tonight. First of all, I'm kind of nervous for the comics myself. You know, I know they're in the back waiting to get the show started. So, you know, without further ado, I don't want to hold up no longer, man, because I know they're back there right now biting their nails, man. But much props to Algiers. Girl, you are something else. I'm telling you right now.
Thank you very much. You too, sir. I love it.
All right. So let's start. Look, as we know as comedians, there's rules to the game. So here's the rules. They get 5 minutes. The minimum is 3 minutes. The maximum is 5 minutes. At the 2-minute mark, guess what happens? You know what happens?
They get the light.
Absolutely. They get the light, you know, they get the light. This is what they get. So at 2 minutes, they get the light. And you know what that means in the comedy world. That means to do what?
Stop.
Not necessarily. It means to wrap up.
Well, I should have said wrap it up. I saw Algiers the wrap it up sign. When you said the light.
The 2 minutes is like you got 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Donnell Rollins, a very prominent comic right now, made a big mistake one night. I was hosting, and I gave him the light, and he just stopped. And so
that means to wrap it up.
I do that to my husband all the time. I'll be like, wrap it up. Here's the light.
All right. So let's go ahead and start with the first comedian. Let's hear it for Danny Successful Simmons from Atlanta, GA.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, there he is. Hey.
You can't keep me muted. Yeah, man, I see y'all judging me, man. Go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I got a blazer on, man, and it is anointed. Yeah, I found it in the Goodwill. It got a Benny Hinn name in here. So if everything go wrong, I'll slap this camera and I'll lay all y'all out, man. All y'all be slain in the spirit if I don't win this competition.
All right.
Anyway, man, speaking of crazy stuff, man, everything's going on. COVID-19, quarantining, parenting. Anybody else don't like parenting? Not when you have to. It hit a little different during the quarantine. I mean, I'm still trying to ration out 2 hours worth of snacks into 8 hours of watching children, man. It's ridiculous, man. I feel like a doomsday prepper. Well, I got 2 Nutter Butters. I believe they can last. I can break them into fourths, and that can last to the 2 o'clock hour. But after that, man, we're gonna have to reset the rabbit traps and start a fire for tonight because the end is upon us. That's what I'm trying to say. It's crazy, man. It's COVID-19 and everything else, man. I'm actually in the middle of we had a 5-month-old, so you know we fruitful and stuff, and I'm actually. We actually into potty training that 5-month-old because the way these prices and COVID-19 and the prices for toilet paper, it's like buying 6 mega packs of toilet paper in 2 weeks because Campbell's is crazy, man. I'm gonna have to rip up shirts and everything or do whatever. It's crazy. I'm frugal. I got a wife, 5 kids, a dog, and a side chick. Don't judge me. I had to pull the side chick to the side. I said, "Look, baby, I know you're getting attached, but I'm gonna have to let this dog go because it's crazy out here. I can't pay for everybody. That's what I'm trying to say." But I see how y'all looking at me, man. I remind y'all of that famous comedian. Mm. Don't say it all at once. I'll turn to the side, give you the profile. Bernie Mac, right? No, man. I know what you was gonna say. Chris Tucker, man. Because I've been doing comedy all my life. I did it in high school, family reunions. I even did it in hospice, man. Mm. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? I was doing my comedy and I made him laugh. And I saw this old dude. He was on his deathbed, man. I didn't know what to tell him. I said, I hope you get better. You know what that man told me? He said, I hope you get better too. Because your jokes is killing me. I said, what's wrong with you, man? War. Y'all give it up for my Chris Tucker, man, because I've been doing that all year, ever since the beginning of January. I need a throat lozenge or something, man. And speaking of other crazy stuff, everybody on social media, man, everybody's doing this virtual thing. It's virtual teaching, it's virtual learning, it's virtual church too, man. I was visiting somebody's church, and they had a virtual baptism. How you say?
How was that?
They were reading directions out to this guy at his house in his own bathtub.
Hallelujah.
Yes. And that's the last time I went to Coy's church, man. I can't be visiting everybody's church. Last time I went there, the last time I appreciate the invite. But I actually want to close out with this one. I wrote a song in the melody of that old 90s sitcom, Family Matters. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all remember that? Yeah. So Family Matters, it goes like this. It's called Facebook Matters. And it look like all of us are black in here. So if y'all can keep the rhythm, that'd be great. Here we go. Listen to the lyrics. It's got a message in it. It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on my Facebook page. Contradictions on my timeline. Some people pics make me wish I was blind. And some posts are inspirational too, but I don't believe y'all. You know why? Because all I see is low self-esteem. Even thugs posted at the crime scene. Sing along. As things go.
All right.
People share stuff that you wouldn't normally share.
All right, that's the time. Good job, man. Hi, look at that.
Appreciate it.
Mike, what do you have to say?
Hey, man, let me tell you something. First of all, brother, you gonna be all right. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You had me laughing from the get-go, and I can't sing, so I'm proud of you even trying to sing. So I'm gonna just put that in front of you. How about that?
Hey, all right.
My man.
All right.
My man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Diamond, you're a wife. You're a mom. I mean, you're a side chick. No, I'm just joking.
I might be a side chick and have a side chick.
What do you have to say, Algiers Diamond?
Originality. I love it. I really like your transitions. I really like how you were smooth in that thing, and I appreciate you having me laughing from the moment you open your mouth. So I'm gonna give you that big 4 right there too.
Hey,
I should be giving you, but I'm gonna give you the 4. I'm gonna play hard.
Okay.
All right. So you did make fun of my church, huh? Yeah, I don't go to that church anymore. But no, yeah, when they laid hands on me and I fell out in the kitchen, that was too deep for me. So here's the deal. I liked it, man. I liked the impersonation. I was thinking of that, the whole Chris Tucker thing. I thought that was cool. I didn't know what, it's almost like you could have made that Chris Tucker joke your own. I don't think you necessarily had to be that Chris Tucker character, because we all know that he's funny, he's well established. I think you could have actually made that your joke, and did a few impersonation of. Don't let that overpower your routine. But as far as the song, I love parodies. I love music parodies, and I thought, because everyone knows that most folks on Facebook are fake, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. So you could really just stretch that out and do different theme songs for that Facebook song. So I liked it. I'm gonna go ahead and give you this right here.
Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thought it was very good. All right. So here's the next comedian, and I love the improv. By the way, it's always good when people make fun of the judges and stuff. So our next comic is actually from LA to Maryland. Here she is, Amanda Gigi. Come on, Amanda, where are you there?
I'm gonna try and position myself in the right way so that the lighting's the best. Okay.
Okay.
How's everybody doing, huh?
Wonderful.
That's part of my joke, but I just saw the craziest video the other day. It was unbelievable. Like, this lady was twerking with one leg. Okay, she had one stump. I can work with two legs, and here she is getting all the likes I will never get in my life. I'm just like, how is she doing this? But like, more importantly, like, I'm coming live and direct from my parents' basement, okay? Because times are hard like that. I completely got a puppy. I literally have to hide myself and my puppy because she's so small. She's white. She's so cute. All white people think I stole her, okay? In front of anywhere. Dog just chilling, roaming around the area. Inevitably, some Karen appears out of nowhere to ask anyone who happens to be further away from the dog than I am, is that your dog? Another white person. Excuse me, is that dog over there, right? Is that your dog? And it's like, I'm standing there and it's like I'm invisible until my dog runs up to me. They look at who the dog is going to, and then they see me, and it's like, oh. It's like I'm holding a white baby that happens to be mine, It's like white people are approaching me, like seriously, guys. It's like white people are approaching me with this dog, and they don't care if I'm receptive to their inquiries. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's like they don't see me. They see the dog first. Like, they're actually talking to the dog. So they come up to me, and it's like, aren't you the cutest thing? Oh, how old are you? I'm like, she's 5 months. Are you a Maltese? No, she's a Maltipoo. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. You take good care now. And then they like walk away. You know what I mean? It's like the craziest thing. It's like, and the thing is, my puppy is so cool. I can take her anywhere. I can literally take her anywhere. I take it to the restaurant. I take it to the airport. I take it to my court-appointed anger management classes. And while I'm there, I gotta like scan the room just to brace myself. Like, which white person is coming up to me now? Like, is it gonna be her? Is it and like, I'm bracing myself, and like seriously, like, she creeps up from behind, like on my blind side, okay? And it's just like, how much for your dog? Wow. It's like, I have a square. Do you got a credit card? But like, really, like, do you want your dog? Like, she's with me. Why wouldn't I want her? Like, she's right here. I mean, my mom says to me, your dog dresses better than you do. But those are my tastes and preferences, Mom. I dressed her. All right. Like, I dress for comfort. But like, why am I comparing myself to a dog? Like what's going on here? But the weirdest comment I've ever gotten with this dog is white people coming up to me and asking me, are you a good parent to that dog? Like, really? I know you're a good mom to that dog. Tell me you're a good mom. Like, if I had a little black child chained to my ankle, sidewalk, how many white people do you think are coming up to me asking me if I'm a good parent to this child? Like, none. So here's my advice to Negroes, okay? Like, I just got this is what I learned during these racially charged times. Get yourself a little white dog. All right, get yourself a dog white people want. Like, preferably she has no spots on this dog, no brown spots, like nothing, you know. Like, you think about it, imagine it like, you know, big black drug dealer standing on the corner holding Paris Hilton's dog. Cops have their guns drawn. Oh my God. They're not gonna shoot him. That would traumatize the dog. Okay, so at best, they're gonna be like, sir, very, very slowly, put the dog away, you know, and there you have it. You'll be good. That's my time, guys. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, Algiers Diamond. Yeah. What you got, Algiers Diamond? What you got? What
I got?
You got any pets?
I don't. I have boys, so I have 2 boys, so I have 3 pets.
What do you think about her performance, Algiers Diamond? What would you say?
Well, Amanda, I really did enjoy you. I enjoyed your story. What I would say about you is that you have a great way of putting your story together. You know, we definitely had a beginning, a middle, and an ending. I would think that you should be just a little bit more mindful about your time and your timing. You ran the light, and that is a big no. You know, and comedy, you don't want to run over your time, because these people at these clubs be acting a hot mess over 2 minutes, and you don't want to tick off anybody. I'm trying to be, you know, not cut. I'm trying not to cuss right here. No, I'm just playing. So I enjoyed your story, and I am going to give you a 3 because you ran over your life. That's all.
Okay, I understand.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I like the doggy stuff. I thought it was very creative. I followed your story. Just the visuals I got from all of this. I mean, you made the dog an actual character. Like, it was just very creative. Yes. I thought it was very likable. But however, just to piggyback off of Algiers Diamond, you got to respect the time. That's just the comedy rule book. But I'm going to give you a 4.
Okay, cool.
Mike, what do you got to say, huh?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You know, just going to contradict both of you guys. But, you know, when I was in the club, I used to always try to stick to the time. I would stick to the time, and everybody who went over the time would always win. I was like, wait a minute, man. They was like, well, you know, Mike. I was like, no, I don't want to hear that, man. I play by y'all rules, and all the time. Let me tell you something. You are a joker. You understand me? You got my style.
Yeah.
I'm a storyteller. You had me laughing. I couldn't take my glasses off trying to be cool because I got tears behind my eyes. You are funny. I'm telling you right now. I love it. Right now is the best time to be telling jokes like that because they need to hear that. And that's exactly how they look at us sometimes. You understand me? They don't even see you. You know, and I thought it was so funny when you said that the dog dressed better. You was like, Mom, I dressed the dog. What are you talking about? I love it. You're a joker.
All right. Thank you, Mike Washington. I love you.
Woo!
So here's the deal. We're going to have a comedian come up right now, a stand-up comedian all the way from New Orleans, lives in VA. Let's hear it for David Griffin.
What up? What's going on, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this off top. This is weird. I'm just saying, doing comedy on a Zoom call is weird. It feel like I'm it feel like I'm about to do an interview for a job I know I'm not gonna get. I don't have the qualifications for a Zoom interview job. Like, I'm just let y'all know that right now. So you shouldn't expect much because I got a New Orleans public school education. That's all I'm saying. Just trying to let y'all know it didn't work out well. But I'm happy to do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to do it because like we knew in the Virginia area, like we just moved out here right before all of the COVID stuff happened. And it was super stressful moving, man. It was crazy because like me and my wife, we couldn't decide on what to bring and what to leave. Because I'm the type of person, like, I'm ready to leave everything. I'm walking in every room, like, we could leave this, this, and this, and we could take those 3. And she getting all mad, talking about, I ain't leaving none of my children, David. We bringing all of them with us. I'm like, I thought we was trying to start fresh, miss. I thought we was moving to get a new start in life. I didn't realize we had to bring all 6 of them with us. Like, I feel like that's ridiculous. But yeah, man, I got 6 kids, man. I got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like it happened in that order. That order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think it's crazy when people say that they don't have a favorite child. Like if you got more than one, you got a favorite, because I mean the odds are one of them just gonna be better than the rest of them, and that's the situation I'm in. Like my youngest son. That dude is amazing. You know, he handsome. He don't have this forehead like me. He got a regular size forehead. Like that dude has all the things that you want in life. But the thing about parenting is like I would never tell my other kids that he my favorite. You know what I'm saying? I would never tell them that. Like I would just show them, because I'm all about action with love. I show my love with my actions. You know what I'm saying? I bought this dude an iPad recently, you know, iPad Pro. And I told the siblings don't put their grubby fingers on it because that's for him and him alone. I don't even want y'all looking at it because he's better than y'all. But I'm just saying, I try to keep it real with it. I'm an honest parent, but nah, man, but this, like the COVID-19, all the stuff that's going on in the world, like now my kids are doing virtual learning. Mm-hmm. You know, I kind of wish that there was a thing when I was going to school, because I got I got bullied in school. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember my first day in 8th grade. Like I walked into school, you know, I knew I was a victim because this thing been a part of my life. This phone has been a part of my life, you know, since day one. Walked in the building. I tried to put my head down, tried to, you know, be inconspicuous, and the toughest kid I ever saw in my life. Like, you know, the kind of kids you see them and you know they've been in the 8th grade at least twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, caught my eye and was like, hey, forehead. Yeah, you. Like, where you going with all that? Why don't you share some of it with the rest of us? Give us some of it. You know, and I didn't know how to respond because I wasn't confrontational. I just like, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can't hurt me. The kid walked up to me, picked me up by my throat, and said, you might as well call me Sticks and Stones, and threw me on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand why this girl was doing this to me, because this was on the first day of school. I didn't even know her like that. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like that was necessary. But like it was crazy because she bullied me for years, y'all. Like it was years that this went on. Like I thought it would have stopped after we got married, but like she was roasting me at the wedding, you know, talking about I will take you and that forehead. Till death do us part. But that's my time, man. My name, you know, y'all know my name. It's on the paper. I mean, I'm so used to saying that at the end of my set. That's on the thing right there. I don't need to tell y'all my name. Like, yeah.
Love it. Oh man. Woo. Mike.
Hey, say something, man. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, you guys are really good tonight, man. This gonna be a hard competition. I ain't gonna play around with it, man. I gave you a 4. Can I put it in the camera?
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm serious, man. You funny, man. That's for sure.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. You know, let me just say one thing though. Make sure make sure if you're gonna end with a joke like that, if you're gonna end it like that, man, take us around the bar. I kind of thought you were gonna say it was a girl, but it was still funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious. It was still funny, man. I'm telling you right now. Good, brother.
All right. So,
yeah.
I wanna piggyback off of Mike. So I kind of agree. Like it was a setup that we've all pretty much heard before.
Right.
But you took it further and you took it deeper. It turned out that person was actually the person you married.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And it turned into an abusive relationship. I don't know how you're living now. So, no one talks about men being abused, but anyway, you could be the advocate for that, and I'm just joking. No, but he's crying inside, folks. No,
yeah.
But, you know, comedians tell their story through their jokes. So here, but anyway, bottom line is, I thought it was funny. I thought it was cool. I felt like you were just kind of talking regular, like we were just hanging out.
Yeah.
You know? It was very natural. You're a natural guy, man. You're a natural comic. I'm gonna give you a 4.
Thank you.
Algiers Diamond.
Can I say one thing before Algiers judges me? Before she judges me, I'm gonna say this. I want to put a bug in your ear real quick, so you know I might get more points. My wife actually performed with you at Black Girl Giggles.
You ain't gonna get no points for that.
She was pregnant at the time.
Oh, y'all do have all them kids, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you know your judgment. I'm gonna go if you don't give me enough points. I'm just gonna let you know. I'm going to tell. That's all I was trying to let you know. That's it.
Or either that, or he's gonna get kicked in the forehead.
I'm just saying, did your forehead get pregnant too every time you had a baby? I'm just asking for.
I said it in the set. This has been the issue since day one. I came out August 25th with this,
right?
And
you know, so did you get that joke like when when people say when you have thoughts that look like movies? Do people tell you that?
That's an old school one right there.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. You know.
All right, Algiers Diamond. He tried to kiss up to you there. What do you give him?
Okay.
I'm gonna cover it up.
Because I'm from New Orleans too, and you have been from the New Orleans public school system and stuff like that. I ain't even know that. Okay, then.
You know, girl, I gotta. You know
what I'm saying? All right, okay. I used to be cutting school and be on Canal Street and stuff too. All right, baby.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to let you know.
But I'm not gonna stop with you. The only reason I really enjoyed you. I think you are very funny. Matter of fact, your whole entire family is funny, and I'm gonna stick with my brothers in comedy, Coy and Mike, and I'm gonna give it that 4. I'm gonna give it that 4 for that 504. You know what I'm saying?
504. I appreciate that.
All right. Let's bring all the comics back. We like to call this segment "Props in the House."
Okay.
Props in the house. You guys have 1 minute to find something in your home. You got to make it funny. You got to talk about it. You got to just make us laugh about whatever you can conjure up. And go. All right, you guys. So we're back. This is a segment called Props in the House. Everyone has their prop. And we're going to start with Amanda. Amanda, what you got? What props you got in the house, Amanda?
Magic 8 Ball, guys. When was the last time you guys saw this? And
wow.
I'm a Christian, not to, but there's a spirit in this 8 Ball. I'm letting y'all know right now. Okay, so you ask it a yes or no question, and it'll give you the answer. But if you already know the answer, it's gonna give you the direct opposite answer. She doesn't like to be played with. She's not here to tap dance for nobody. It has to be like a question from the heart. And I promise you, you're going to get the answer you need. Sometimes she says, not right now. Sometimes she says, ask again later, and then we just don't push it. She's moody. But, I even actually find her. She found me. Someone left her outside of my mailbox with a note that said, please take me. So I took it and I named her. I named her Tammy, T.A.M.I. And it actually stood for something at one point. But then I found out that the military actually has a device called TAMI, called Thought Amplifier Mind Interface. They actually have that. You should look it up. And so this, to me, is my version of a Thought Amplifier Mind her face. So if anyone has any deep questions right now for Miss Steele right here, I'm your girl.
All right. I'm curious.
Trump gonna win?
Okay. I mean, are you sure you don't know that answer already? Sure, that's just not a trick question right now that you're playing with. If it's a real question from the heart, then we'll get the answer right now. She said without a doubt. She said without a doubt. Without a doubt. So
I guess all the Democrat judges are going to give you a 2 now. No, I'm just joking.
But I did say, if you already know the answer to that, she's going to give you the opposite. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a real question. Like, I don't know how real that was.
All right. So let's see what Algiers Diamond. What do you think of that props in the house? The 8-ball there. It's old school.
That's very old school. I wanted to ask it a question. I wanted to know if my husband was going to allow me to get a brother husband. So
we can ask. You're serious. We can
ask. I think it's a good prop. I'm gonna give you a 4.
All right. Mike, you had that question. So did you get the answer you wanted?
Yes, and I'm going to also give her a 4.
All right. I'm going to give you a 4 because that was a creative, I don't know what type of name that was that you thought of, but it's almost believable. Like someone actually did do that. I thought that was very interesting. Okay, she didn't like it. That's why she went away. All right. I'll give you a 3 then. Fine. Okay. All right, let's go to David Griffin. Mr. Griffin, what you got?
I got this right here. I know when y'all look at this, what do y'all think it is? You think this is a pot, right?
Yeah.
You're wrong. No, it's not a pot. It's actually a PAT, which stands for Protection Against 2020. This is a patented device that I came up with to protect us from the year 2020. I've been selling this thing. This thing been selling like hotcakes, and I think y'all should get in on this. If y'all want to get in on the ground floor, y'all can invest. It's a simple apparatus. When somebody come up to you with their political views, you know what I'm saying, they want to argue with you about something, you just do this right here.
Oh, it fit.
It's an extra large pot for me. You know what I'm saying? It's an extra large. You know, I got different sizes for different people. You know what I'm saying? I got a small one for you Algiers. You know what I'm saying? Me and Troy, we probably need extra larges, but we gonna do it like this. And you just cover it up. You know what I'm saying? When the Karen approach you on the street, you know what I'm saying? You just bam, hit her with that, and just keep walking. This is to protect you against all kind of 2020 ailments.
All right. I'm mad that you put me in your category, my friend.
I'm just saying, brother. I had to, all the attention was on my head. I had to focus it elsewhere.
I hear you. So let's start with Algiers Diamond. Algiers.
Oh, I just wanted to see if it was going to fit when you put it over your head. I was hoping that thing was going to get stuck. Like
I wasn't going to never get it off. Huh? You trying to be funny. Now you got a pot stuck on your head forever.
I really did. I thought you was going to have a new lining, brother. I'm going to give you a 4 because I'm laughing about that thing. It is funny. And we do need some protection against Twitter right now, Lord. Send me a stage, Jesus.
Mike Washington, what do you got to say? What do you have there?
Well, I heard of a potty mouth. I never heard of a potty head, but I'm gonna tell you that. And it actually kind of look cool when you put it on, for real, to tell you the truth, man. You just got to be careful because that could give you a serious headache if somebody was to hit it while it's on your head.
Yeah, it really should be.
I'm going to go ahead and hit with this right here. Boom. Give you
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, and I guess I have to close it out, but I'm gonna close it out by doing this since we are brothers, Mr. Griffin.
Oh man!
All right,
package.
Mr. Chris Tucker impersonation. Hey, what you got there, Mr. Successful there, huh?
Well, these might look like your regular, ordinary winter gloves, but these are patent pending woke gloves.
Okay.
They render the person wearing them the ability to see through any conspiracy, to decipher any kind of trick the man might put on you. It's coming to me right now as I wear them. I've been wearing them for 24 hours now. It's coming to me that don't eat any more chicken sandwiches because the man wants to control your taste buds.
Mm.
Knew it.
This PPE not only protects you from COVID-19, but it protects you from white people hating on every move you make. You could be walking your dog, like my sister from California. You could be it's anti-bully as well.
Okay.
These gloves not only protect you from racial injustice, but it also raises your credit score about 5 points.
Hey, good go.
Woo! Yeah. All right now. Look at that.
They come in all sizes, but only one color, black, for the motherland.
Nice. All right. All right. Let's hear it. Okay. Algiers Diamond, you're an activist. Part-time comedian, part-time mom, wife, all that, and then some. What do you have to say about that performance?
Try Jesus. Don't try me. Cause I can throw hands. You know what I'm saying? I know how you feeling about that thing. I've been wanting to throw hands a lot lately. I like your idea. I think I'm gonna need to buy a couple pairs. Protection against choking white folk. I'm just asking for a friend because that's what I feel like doing.
Yes.
Because they marching on Washington right now, and I just want to go choke somebody. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good prop. I'm gonna give you a 4 too. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Mike Washington, you know all about being creative, man.
Yes, that was funny, man. I'm saying right now, actually thought I had a pair of those until you explained to me what those were. So I'm had to order a couple pairs for me and my wife. I almost gave you 3 until I found out it was 4. So that gonna give you a 4.
Thank you.
Love it. And say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Now you have a reason. You can raise the glove in the air and wave it like you just don't care. So, I almost think it could be a sketch, man. I mean, it literally can be a sketch. Yeah. I mean, it really can. It's almost like remember the hand, Mike? You remember the hand? Do you remember the hand it would just crawl? Was it the Addams Family or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
But what if it was a black hand? I don't know. That's my creativity speaking.
We're gonna be slapping Karens left and right.
Good stuff, though. I love it. Very smart stuff.
Thank
I'm making it 4.
I also think it was good that you listened to your other comedic fellows on here and you incorporated something from each of them. Is that what that was?
Yeah, that was good. Improv. Good improv. All right, guys. Well, we're up to the final. This is what I like to call the comedic trivia. This is going to test your knowledge, folks. It's going to test your knowledge and see how much you know exactly about the comedians from the past and the present. So we're going to start with some of these questions. right now. This comedian made a documentary called Comedian about relaunching his stand-up career after his TV sitcom ended. Who is he?
Amanda. Amanda was
Amanda.
and
Okay.
Amanda's correct.
Amanda's.
I had the wrong white man. Why y'all didn't tell me?
I knew you wasn't gonna get it, brother.
Billy Crystal. I don't even know that. Okay, let's go to the next. She has red hair. She's a stand-up comedian and had a comedy special entitled Strong Black Woman. Who is she?
I'm only going with the only redhead comedian I can think of, and that's her.
Oh, me too.
Wow. And guess what?
I misspelled it anyway. I spelled it with a C.
Amanda is correct. She's got it right. She thought of it and she got it correct.
I mean, redhead.
That's sis. Come on, sis.
Look, Algiers hype because of Kamala Harris being VP. Okay. All right.
I got my Kamala hair today too. So
Yeah. Women unite. Okay, let's see what. All right. Get the pens and get your pens and paper ready. What comedian said this phrase in a movie? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I better get that one.
Oh, Danny, you had to get it.
I better get it.
Wow.
Come on, man.
I'm too slow. I'm too slow.
Yeah, he wrote it down.
He got names prepared on paper already. He just got a bunch of people. Right. He had to grab the right one. That's it.
The invisible ink. All I do is
You better
He
have
wrote
gotten
that
it.
down so fast.
It was actually I think it was the gloves. I think that's
It's
what
the
it was.
gloves. That, what
There
the
you
hell?
go. All right, next question. This stand-up comedian was the host of the Tonight Show. Who is it? Okay, looks like that's correct. It almost looked like it was in
Arabic.
exactly.
Arabic. I'm a doctor also.
that says Jay Leno, and David said Johnny Carson.
Okay, so those are both correct.
Yes, they are.
Let's talk to Sonny in the back room. Sonny in the back room, do we give both of them the right answer? Because that's true. Yes, you both get that answer.
Cool.
All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Hold up, my jacket is the curtains in the back.
I love it. There you prop. There you go.
That is hilarious. Okay, last question, folks. This stand-up comic was in Greased Lightning, Bustin' Loose, and Superman 3. Who is it? Oh!
Danny, get it first.
I
Danny,
think
get it first.
yeah, I think Danny beat me. He got it.
Yeah, it looks like Sonny in the back room did say Danny got it first. Algiers Diamond also agrees that he did put it up there. It was really close, though. Really close, David. But we're going to go ahead and give that point to...
Yeah. Look, I saw it. His was up there before mine. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so now we're going to come to that point where we're going to tally up the scores and find out who's going to make it to the final championship round. It was between Amanda and it was between Danny Successful Simmons. By 2 points, this person... By 2 points, this person took it. So the person that will be going to the next round is Danny Successful Simmons.
Oh!
Good job, Danny.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Wow.
Thank you.
Danny,
I want to give it honor to God,
I was thinking my nuts.
who's the supplier of my Wi-Fi.
You're gonna send him his what?
I'm gonna send him my nuts. I got some nuts right here. They good.
I only want the brown ones. I only want the brown ones.
Okay, you guys. Well, hey, look, It's been a great show. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. It was a pleasure having you comics come on.
Thank you. I had fun.
All, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the judges for taking the time out, guys.
Yeah, this was fun.
I'm gonna say it right now, you folks still are hilarious.
Yes.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
Hey, when the world opens back up, man, we need to do a show for real.
Hey, I'm down.
I do a fundraiser show every year, but when the world open up, I'm gonna keep in touch with y'all.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Great job, you guys. We appreciate you, and thank you.
Amanda.
Good stuff. Very funny stuff, you guys. Mike Washington, wonderful. Algiers Diamond, thank you so much. All right, that's all the time, folks. Until next time, I'm comedian Coy Lasan, your host. Until next time on Comic Genius.